Hello and welcome to today's session. So last week we completed our series on symbology and lettering. So today I want us to do something a little bit different. As you can see in front of your screen, there is a map for Marsabit, and in this map there are some things that I want us to note. First of all, you can see it is made up of a variety of features. There are rivers, symbolized by these blue lines, and then you have place names. So these place names, most of them are man-made features. The rivers are physical features. And then you see different parts of the map. They are shaded in different shades of brown. This one is a different color, this one 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 a different color. So all of these variations in colors, they are used to represent variations in elevation or relief. We call all of these variations in colors layer tints or just color tints. You can also see some contours, like this one is contour with a value of 1500. This one is a contour with a value of 1000, this one is a value of 1000, and so on. So each of these contours closes onto itself. Inside the contour is where you shade to achieve this layer tinting. Another way of representing relief is also by the use of spotlights. An example is this one, spotlight 1836, denotes the elevation at that point. This one is spotlight. If there is another spotlight, there is there is this one 1199. This one is a beacon or a trigonometric station, also used to denote elevation. So the point here is, apart from showing physical and man-made features, any topographical map must also portray the relief of that area. So that is what I want us to do today on ArcMap. So before we generate any of those relief representation features, we'll need to create what we call a surface. And what is a surface? A surface is also another way of presenting relief, but usually in a continuous manner. It will show the changes in relief as it appears on the ground. So that process of generating a surface is called interpolation. So we are going to use our geoprocessing tools inside the Arc toolbox. So you'll come here, use the search function to search for just interpolate, and then you click on raster interpolation. Once you open raster interpolation, you'll see a number of tools listed there: IDW, Kriging, natural neighbor, spline, and so on. So all of these methods are used to interpolate points to form a surface. So that process of generating a surface from points is called interpolation. So you can select either of these tools. I'm going to use IDW. So you open any of the tools. Once you open those interpolation tools, whichever you've chosen, you go to the input, point features, and you select the point features that are representing your spotlights. And then, very important here is the Z value field. The Z value field represents, it is the field or the column containing your Z value. These Z values may be elevation, may be the amount of people in an area, that is population, may be surface temperature, humidity, rainfall, and so on. But it's commonly associated with elevation. So you select your Z field. In our table, it is represented by the column Z. After you do that, you can change the name here to just say maybe surface, and then you're okay. So once the process is complete, you should have something looking like this or close to this. So this one is what we call a surface. Each of these color bands represents a different range of elevation. Each elevation range represented in a different color, like you see here from 2105 to 2106 represented in green, and so on. So once you have a surface, now you can use that surface to generate contours. So I'm also going to come here and just search for contour and enter to search. Click on this one. There are a number of results. You can use this contour tool under special analyst, or you can use the contour tool under 3D analyst. Both of them serve the same purpose. So you select contour, and then it is asking you to input the raster. The raster here is that surface that you just created, and then the output feature class is where you want to save your resulting contours. You have to specify your contour interval. That is why there is a green here. The green here means you can't ignore this field, this box you have to fill in. So I can choose a value depending on the range of my elevation. How steep is the topography, or how rugged is the topography? You look at this surface, the lowest value here is 2105, the highest is 2110. The range here is an elevation range of just about 5 meters. So I can do an elevation, a contour interval of 1. Can't use 10. If I use 10, that is too big a contour interval. So I select the contour interval depending on the highest and the lowest point within the area. So I'm just going to use 1 or maybe 2, and then you just okay. There is nothing else to specify here. Just click on OK, and once you do, it will interpolate a couple of contours. If you want to see them quite clearly, you can just switch over your surface layer, and you can see those are your contours. For contours, the colors are usually brown, so I'm going to change from green to a shade of brown. So search for contour here. I can use this brown. It's too thick, so I can vary the thickness of this line from 1.2 to maybe type there 0.5 or maybe 1. Then you okay. There you have your contours. You can save your work. So in our next class, we are going to learn how to create layer tints. So we're going to learn how you can generate layer tints using a surface. So thank you for your time, and have a blessed day.